Hello, it is Saturday. I'm currently reading Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney, which is a thriller. It's not something that I would typically pick up, but I'm actually reading it with my friends as part of our book club. I'm about 40% of the way into the book. It is quite creepy, scary, and so I have been trying to not read it at night, which is a struggle because that's when I do the majority of my reading, but I'm trying to get through it as much as I can during the day. Basically, the story is about this married couple who are having struggles within their marriage, and they decide to go on a weekend away to this creepy house in the middle of nowhere in Scotland. And as the story goes on, you start to unravel all these secrets that they're keeping from each other within their marriage, and a bunch of creepy shit happens. And so we're seeing what's gonna happen. The writing isn't particularly anything groundbreaking, but it is a thriller, so I am just pretty much trying to figure out what's gonna happen and what's actually going on between these two people. And so hopefully that part is worth it, because I'm scared. So I'm reading this book, Rock, Paper, Scissors. I'm about 70% of the way through, and it's honestly really frustrating me. It's not moving as fast as I want it to be. They're not really revealing things as fast as I want them to be. And the book is called Rock, Paper, Scissors because the husband, he's a writer of screenplays, and Rock, Paper, Scissors is his original screenplay that he wrote that never got, turned into a movie, and that he's really upset about. It's basically the first screenplay that he ever wrote. There's this one scene where they're having a conflict, and the wife just suggests, well, they have this thing that they do where they play rock, paper, scissors all the time, and he always lets her win. But now she's suggesting that they play rock, paper, scissors in order to determine the literal fate of their marriage. She's like, maybe we should play for something else, whether or not we should still be together. And they're like, okay, a game of rock, paper, scissors shall decide the fate of our marriage. And I'm like, is that a joke? It has to be a joke, right? They're not actually serious, because that's ridiculous. She wins, he loses, so they're gonna stay together. I'm like, I just don't understand what's going on, and I don't know. So I think they sort of revealed what the twist is, and I'll give it to them. I'll give it to them. They kind of got me. They kind of got me there. It's a bit confusing. I'm not sure if I actually got what's going on. I think I did, but yeah, they did get me. It was a good twist. I will give them that. Okay, I finished the book, and honestly, it was kind of bizarre. It was a good twist. I'll give them that, but the characters didn't really make sense to me, especially one of the women, the wife, the Amelia character, really didn't make sense to me. Her motivations were very confusing by the end, and I just feel enough wasn't explained. They spent so much time talking about Adam, the husband's face blindness, and how they were unhappy in their marriage, and so much time I feel yeah, they just spend so much time focusing on these random details and not enough time fleshing out the story. I guess what I'm trying to say is that the pacing was just weird to me. I'll be discussing this with my book club in detail, and so yeah, honestly, it wasn't too great. I think thriller is just not really my genre. That was not working in this book's favor, and yeah, I don't think it's a book that I'll remember, in the next couple months. I think it's probably a solid 2.5, 3 stars for me. I was taking a look on Goodreads and the Storygraphs to see the reviews that other people had of this book, and people seem to be really liking it. So I'm clearly probably in the minority here as a person who does not frequently read thrillers. If you're looking for a thriller that is good, I really like The Silent Patient. Some people don't like that one as much, but I liked it. I thought the pacing was quite good in The Silent Patient, which is something that I guess just really bothered me with this book. I feel if we're gonna write a thriller mystery, the pacing has to be good, and you have to keep your audience hooked. I think the next book that I am going to read this week is Severance by Ling Ma. This is a recommendation from one of my besties, Egg. Shout out to Egg if you're watching this video. She told me that it's something that I would like, and usually we tend to like some of the same books, so I believe her. And so I think this book is like about a pandemic, so very similar to like COVID-19, and I think it came out right before COVID, so it was kind of like predicting it almost. I mean, not saying that she like was in on something, but like, yeah, it was just like very well timed, I think. And so it'll be interesting to read now. And I think I've heard a lot about this book. I've seen it a lot on like YouTube and TikTok. So yeah, I'm excited to read that. And I also have Act Your Age by Eve Brown, which I kind of started. It's just the last book in this like romance trilogy. I've read the 2 previous books, which were like Get a Life, Chloe Brown, and I forgot what the second was called. Hello, I am back. It is Monday. I'm currently reading Act Your Age, Eve Brown. Just taking a little break from work. As you can see, my not so aesthetic desk setup back there. This book is really fun so far. Eve, as a character, I really like. She's kind of rough around the edges, I guess you could say. It's not like a super nice term, but like she's kind of bad at things. She can't really keep a job. She's bad at most things that she tries to do. She ends up ruining things one way or the other. It's like fun to follow her journey. And the guy, I think his name is Josh, he is a little grump, and that's relatable too. So I'm enjoying it. It's quite funny, it's quite lighthearted. So I'm gonna start Severance right after this one. So I'll check in with you guys later. Hey guys, so I just finished Act Your Age, Eve Brown, and I actually finished it earlier this morning. I stayed up pretty late last night reading it, and then woke up and started reading it as soon as I woke up, because I was just honestly really into it. Like, it moved really fast, which I liked. It was a super fast read. The characters are well developed. Like the story, I felt like they were real people and they were very much fleshed out. And I feel like Talia Hibbert, like the 2 other books that she wrote, you could say the same thing about those. Like, she's really good at developing like complex characters despite it being like a romance. I really liked that, and like it had a good amount of humor as well. So it was just a fun, like lighthearted read, like nothing too serious. I really enjoyed it. I think I gave it like a 4 stars. Now I'm completely finished with the series, which is exciting. I mean, I don't really have much else to say about it. Like, it's just a nice romance. So like if you're looking for a nice romance with like good characters and character development, then I would suggest her books for sure. The next book that I'm going to read, as I mentioned before, I think, is Severance by Ling Ma, which is about a pandemic. I just started that a little bit earlier today, so I'm not sure if I'll include like my entire experience reading that in this vlog or not, because it's gonna take me forever to edit things as per usual. So we'll see if that does happen. All right, so that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this little vlog, and I'll see you guys in the next video.